and you look at where the battleground has been in the marketplace for the last 3 years, it's been in inventory and supply chain. That's been the battleground effectively in the industrial market for the last couple of years. Now that that's normalizing, the question becomes, where do I make those investments? And if you're looking at NPI, and we believe NPI is that next battleground, the question is what capabilities do you have to go after that market?
So Jay, we recently published some research regarding new product introductions. And this research benchmarked a lot of the success factors that are related to the return on investment with new product introductions. And I gotta say, there were some really surprising things that came out of this research. But all in all, what manufacturers and distributors I think you need to know from this is now is an incredible time to invest in innovation to really leapfrog your competition. Because some of the things we found in this study is that your competition just flat out sucks at their capabilities when it comes to new product introductions, right?
They do.
So let's unpack some of the key things as to why now is the opportune time for new product introductions, Jay.
Thanks. And I think I want to focus on a couple key takeaways from that reporting, right? And from what we showed earlier. One is capabilities.
Yeah.
The self-reporting of our survey respondents said, versus their competitors, that this is where we are in the market, to your point. And they said effectively, we're terrible at this. We suck, right? For lack of a better way of saying it. And 24% self-reported that they were significantly worse. So if there isn't a good time to act now would be that time. So I'm going to keep going back to that statement. Now is the time.
That is startling. Yeah.
So if you look at the respondents, 70% of them were either at the same or below where their competitors were. 90% was, considered, average to below, but only 10% said they excel. 10%.
That's it.
Yeah, just a tiny bit. So when you look at capabilities and you look at where the battleground has been in the marketplace for the last 3 years, it's been in inventory and supply chain. That's been the battleground effectively in the industrial market for the last couple of years. Now that that's normalizing, the question becomes, where do I make those investments? And if you're looking at NPI, and we believe NPI is that next battleground, the question is what capabilities do you have to go after that market?
Yeah.
And if you are underdeveloping or underserving or underinvesting in that, you're going to be left behind. And that does not put you in a position to capitalize today on those gains that you would otherwise miss.
Yeah, startling.
That'd be the first one. The second one is assortment. So when we start looking at assortment, there we start looking at line extension versus new to the market. And again, self-reported by the respondents, we said, okay, what percentage of your market or what percentage of your product assortment is new to the market or a line extension when it comes to innovation? And what we found in the data was that 88% of the respondents were spending more than 70% of their time on line extensions versus new to the market, which left only effectively 12% of the respondents who were self-reporting that they were spending more than 30% of their NPI initiative on new to the market. So the opportunity for you, whether you're a small, medium-sized manufacturer distributor, is that you can move outside of simply line extensions and into new to the market, which you should have less crowded space and more opportunities. Okay, so if you look at and break down that chart, at 50% of that respondents reported that they are spending less than 10% on anything new to the market.
Yeah.
So half of them are effectively doing nothing new to the market. The remaining portion of it is spending between 10 and 30% new to the market. And that's where we get your 70. And then the remainder, 12%, the tiny bit, was actually investing in new to the market innovation. And that's where the opportunity lies. That from a competitive standpoint, you have an opportunity today and now to attack the market with innovation that is new to the market versus line extension.
Wow, yeah, fascinating. So for manufacturers out there and even distributors, now is the opportune time to shift your strategy to focus more investment on new product introductions, because competition has self-reported that their capabilities are not very strong in this area, and a lot of competitive efforts have been focused on line extension versus new to market innovation. So If you're out there and you can devote your resources towards innovation, it should help you steal market share away from your competition and protect the share that you do already have. Great insights, Jay. Thanks for sharing.
Thank you.
Thank you for watching today. If you liked what you heard and you want to put some of these insights to use on your team, feel free to reach out to us at dorngroup.com. If you want to receive more unique insights like these for both manufacturers and distributors, follow us on our LinkedIn and YouTube channels.